Greetings again, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm looking forward to sharing my second tournament game during the second round with Steve. As you may have known, I lost game one, so this is a recap of my second game where I'm playing free. In our first game, we chose no tokens, so I have to go with that, and I have no tokens. I draw into Challenge of the King and the Spirit of Mordor. These are horrible cards to draw turn one. The only good thing about Spirit of Mordor is it's a scouts. So that's what I'm thinking right now. I could draw a strategy card, possibly. Hope for something better. So I say Fellowship, okay. He allocates no eyes, rolls 2. Gets his 2 musters he needs. And I get this roll. So my plan is to draw with the Palantir and then move with the Will of the West. I pass until we're even. Brings Isengard to war. I draw a strategy card. He says, shocking move for me, I'm sure. I say, oh yeah, I'm stunned. Did not expect that at all. He moves armies. He moves down to Gorgoroth and moves to Farad and Nirharad. That's my move. I like it. Now I'm going to move the Fellowship, because why not? Very unlikely he hits, but of course he hits. So, great. And he draws a 3. So Gandalf didn't last long. I plan to keep him in the Fellowship to do some cycling, but not with a 3. It's an easy choice. I say, yeah, still painful. At least it's not revealed. He says, now if Strider dies, you automatically lose due to being dead, right? I say, oh, yeah. It says, Strider dies, I cry and roll over. He says, cool, cool. And now he moves up to Morannon, and he moves the lone Isengard unit into Moria. I could play Spirit of Mordor, but I don't have the die to do it right now. I decide to bring the elves down to start. He brings Saruman in. This might be questionable. Not the Saruman play. I'll read what he says. I say here. He says, "Here comes Saruman." I say that. I say, "I'm so stunned right now." And this might be a misplay. I don't know. I bring Gondor down. He says, "I know, right? Maybe I should have brought the elves down closer to war. I don't know. That might have been a better play, but I didn't." So he brings these guys out, and now I draw into Ents and Wisdom of Elrond, which is confusion. At least I have playable cards now. Gandalf is also dead, so I could always draw into roll Will of the West. Say Fellowship, okay, allocates 1 eye, rolls no more, and I get my Will of the West. This is a very nice roll for me. I contemplate putting a guy into Dimral Dale like I'm showing you here, just to be annoying. I think this would have been correct if I had mustered the elves last round, because then if he attacked them, it would cause the elves to move down. I say, as funny as this, I don't think it's appropriate for tournament play, and I think I'm right. I don't know. What do you think? I pass, and then he makes the choice really obvious. I say, you killed my dream. He musters... I don't know. Here's a question for you. A legality question. I didn't ask the judges. I'm a judge, too. Is he allowed to muster, though, to combine the forces of the Southron, or the Sauron units into the Sauron and Isengard units? I don't know. Because that brings him to war. I pass, and now he moves armies out and up. And it's time to move the Fellowship, so I do. And it's a miss. I say, OMG, so close. Why are you rolling so high? He says, mad skills. He continues to move up and out here. So now I can see a potential Gondor attack. But who knows? I'm with the Fellowship again, because why not? And I'm hit. This is on 1 eye, mind you. I draw 3. I take a random. I draw Mary because I don't want to lose Strider. But it's not bad. And I say I thought I was going to auto die. I joke because I mentioned if Strider dies, I die. So I decided to move Mary here, but I can't count. There's a lot of misplays here. Then I realized I can move 4, so I put him here because it's 1 away from here and 1 away from here. So he has no idea if I'm going to have Book of Mizarable or if I have Fear Fire Foes. I don't have either. Spoiler alert. I said, there is perfect, LOL. I said, now do you have it, or are you just getting ready in case you draw it with a tongue face? I said, LOL, mystery. He says, and then he moves up to North Ravanian, and he moves to Umbar, preparing for Corsairs. I'm not worried about Corsairs here, only because that they're not at war. So I decide to just do the typical moves to Old Forest Road, and because he's here, I'm going to do Erebor, which is good because I'm not really worried down here. Some people like to move these guys to Westamnet early, but I think because he's right outside the dew line, this makes much more sense right now, at least. He attacks Old Forest Road here. He does no card, I think, and I decided to play my Spirit of Mordor. I can tell you in the video, I was thinking I'll hold on to Wisdom of Elrond. Sorry, Wisdom of Elrond. I'll hold on to Spirit of Mordor to use on the army that's outside of Lorien. But there goes that dream. So the North moves down and flips. I say, I wonder what to do with this. And I bring Gandalf in. Now he attacks Lorien, who's under siege. So again, if I had mustered the elves earlier, they could have been at war already. They could have gotten one elite in there. Might have helped. Go to turn 3. I drawn a Bilbo Song and Emerald of Amroth. Emerald, I'm happy to see, but I'm drawing Bilbo Song is way too early. Yeah, I would like to have like Thranduil or Celeborn or a Power Too Great. All of those would be much better cards than I'm drawing. But it is what it is. He draws his cards. I say Fellowship, okay. He says, what? You don't want to declare in Moria? Why? I said, I think I'm good. I said, I'm going for the achievement to stay Secret Rivendell the whole time. That or Lucifer, I go to Mordor. He says, yeah, my friend did that to me in real life a few days ago. So this military is very fast. So I'm trying to rush here. That's what I'm thinking. So I do get some characters, which is good here. But my thoughts are, I think for a bit, I pass. He thinks about moving, and then I ask if I can change my mind. Only because if I play the Power of Tom Bombadil, it brings a north down one. And then if he takes Carrick, attacks Dale or Woodland Realm, the north goes to war. These are my thoughts right now. So he lets me unpass, and I bring the north down by playing the Power of Tom Bombadil. He attacks Woodland Realm, and that brings the north to war. I said, I like that play. I said, wait, did I miss something? North up 1 from attack, 1 from Tom. Did you muster from them too? I said, you attacked Old Forest Road, then Tom. And they said, oh yeah, regular Woodland Realm makes an attack. He says, thanks. I asked if he wants to take it back because I'm a nice guy. He says, yeah, it's fine. Plus his die wasn't dead, which is totally legal. As long as your die is out, you can redo. And now I muster an elite into Dale. He says, probably was a mistake, but oh well, he attacks Dale. He's going to play a card, possibly, and does no card. Now I'm going to play Confusion, because I want to lessen that army. That's what I play. Hold on, I almost closed the window. That would be awful. And look at that roll. 3 1s. He says, wow, all right. It's no hits. I wish this counted, too. And I get 1 hit, so I get 4 on that. I say 1 plus 3 equals 4. I always find it funny that people always say plus 1, 1 plus 1. It's like, but just say the number, dude. He presses. I think I decide to go that way, so I can be super obnoxious. I'm also thinking I could run down here to Dol Guldur if he attacks me. But he also has musters in hand. So that's what I'm looking at. And then I think for a while I decided to just retake Dale because it's funnier. No card. I get a hit. He gets a hit. Unlikely, but it happens. I laugh. I say, so stupid but amusing. Let's see what he does. He brings the Witch King in. So where is he going? With the weak army? Good question. I say the confused army. He brings him to Lorien, and then he changes him here. I think maybe I should attack here. But I pass, and he plays Olagai now to make that army bigger. And now I move the Fellowship, hoping for a no-hit. And of course, he hits. And he draws a 3 again. So I think he's drawn all 3s so far this game. Yeah, all the 3s are out of the pool. So I take a random, and I draw the other Hobbit. So he's getting maximum corruption, unless I didn't take it. And I decided to put Pippin. I should have put him here in Carrick, but instead I'd made my mind to just put him over here. Just in case I have it through a day and a night, I could always play it there. He attacks Dale. I play Sudden Strike, hoping to get a hit on the Witch King. I roll a 1, I believe. Yep. It's a 0. He gets 2 hits back. He takes him out. I say feels unfair. LOL. Why am I saying that? This is why I'm saying my comments. Plus 2 on 6s. Minus 1 on 5s. He's plus 3 on 1s, to be fair. And he did get a confusion. That's why I'm saying feels unfair. Let me close the statistics and bring you guys back to the correct window. There you go. Okay, back to the game. All right, so I say feels unfair. Now I decide to move the Fellowship, and he hits again. And he gets the 2 reveal. So I take another random, draw Boromir Lucky, and I go all the way to Parth Celebrant, and I draw 2. So it looks like he's just drawing in order of the tiles with the numbers. He's drawn all 3s. Now he's just clearing the 2s. There's only 2 2s left. So I take a random again, and there goes Strider. He says GG with a wink. I just laugh. I say, oh, well. He said, oh, yeah, I forgot to Witch King draw. Okay, if I still do it, I let him do it. I shouldn't because it's a tournament and it's too late. But he also let me undo my action after I said passed. That's my thoughts. He decides to move these guys onto the Fellowship. I say, you don't really need the rerolls. LOL. So it's true, better not push my luck, I guess. We go into turn 5. I draw into Gwahir. And I draw into Help Unlooked For. I say Fellowship okay. I roll this. So I have 2 movements. But I can't move because now Strider's gone, so it really hurts here. Maybe I should have taken the second 2 so I could use Strider to hide. But you never know. So I hide the Fellowship. And I remember to flip everybody. He tries playing Shadows Gather. I remind him he's not allowed to because not at war. He undoes it. And he plays Candle of Corpses and gets 2 more. So I would have been at 8 right now if I took the Corruption. He needs to replan, he says. He moves the Nazgul around. And smartly moves the Nazgul off of here because he only gets 1 reroll anyway. He attacks Lorien. I decide to play no quarter here. He plays Durin's Bane and gets 2. Very unlucky. But that is the expected thing, to be fair. And then he gets 1 hit. I got 1 back. He presses and draws the wrong card by accident, so he undoes it. And I say, oh, that was Corsairs I had to put back. And I laugh. And he plays Lure the Ring on me and gets plenty of 6s. 3 6s. He only needed 2. I got 1 hit back. So again, I'm not hitting hard back. I pass. He moves the troops up and out. I know he's going to gather at some point because I know he has the card. I decide. I was thinking for a long time here in the actual game, but I wasn't thinking during my turns. It was between his turns. I was thinking I could muster in Carrick, right? And then I could move 1, 2, and then move into Dilgodor for the 3rd move. And with this guy, I can go 1, or with Rivendell, I can go 1, 2, move into Moria to get the thing. The problem is he has a muster here. So I know he could just bring 1 guy in and ruin my day. That's what I was thinking, though. He moves up. And now I decide to bring the dwarves to war instead to be annoying. He Shadows Gathers. There they go. I say surprise. I move the Fellowship and I am missed. He says miss? I say wow, no way. WTF? He attacks Woodland Realm. Asks what card he's going to do. I'm not going to play any card. I'm not going to play Imrahil. And he plays a perfect Devilry of Orthanc. It's 1 hit. And I get 2 back. The first time I got more hits than him, besides the confusion roll. So that army's getting weaker. He decides to press draw. I do like that he downgrades his elite before saying it, so we know what's going on. There was a huge argument in the Discord because that some people are doing the press draw the wrong way. So this is how it's done. So good job, Steve. He reminds me if it's a strat. I say, yep, yeah, it's a strat. He plays Dreadful Spells, gets 1, only 1. And I get 2. So this battle's going a little bit better. He attacks no card. I luckily survive, and I got 1 back. But at least this army is getting decimated. Now I decide to bring the elves totally to war. I say so much for Book of Mizarble. So now these hobbits are useless. There was no point to having them. I turn to King Brandsmen and Elven Cloaks. I decide to declare. I don't get much for movement. So I plan to use my Will of the West to move, because I plan to just move with those 2 actions. I decide to, I think for a while, and I decide to move the Fellowship before he can put anyone on me. And he misses. Then he plays On They Went. Puts in the pool. We had a discussion because he actually selected it as a combat card. So then he revealed it, but it's fine. And with the Fellowship again, I'm hit. It's a 0 reveal, which is unlucky, but is what it is. He plays Morgul Wound. I'm at 7 now. And I decide to, I think for a while. And I use his die by accident. And I say, LOL. He has a smiley face. He says, I say, I'm still a noob. He says, LOL, yeah, sure. Now I'm thinking. I only said that because he said that in the chat earlier, if you noticed it. But let's just keep going. I think I decided to bring a regular into Carrick and a regular into Erebor. He moves the Southern Easterlings down. I pass. He draws a strategy card. I pass again. He brings up their Elite into North Ruin. That's allowed. Okay. I thought he brought it to Eastern for a minute. And now I move all these guys down so I can play King Brandsman. Might have been more effective if I don't know. Maybe if I just move one. Might be better. Who knows? But then he would attack me. So I take the point back. He attacks Woodland Realm. Plays Great Host, which means he automatically hits. He rolls anyway. Those rolls aren't needed, but I'm happy to see that he's getting his luck out of the way. And look at my fine rolls. I roll 1 twice. So he's at 4 victory points. I play King Brandsman to make this army bigger. And I draw a strategy card. I draw into Grimbjorn, which I'm happy to see, because now this makes the North super annoying up here. And he brings in another Elite into the Dew Line area, into Northern Rune. All right, I draw into Mirror of Galadriel at AMR. I have a tough choice. What would you discard? I don't normally ask this, but my thoughts are I need the Elven Cloaks. So I get rid of Mirror of Galadriel, I think, and I get rid of Gwahir Windlord. I say Fellowship okay. And look at this roll. So I needed more movement, but I also need to get Erebor people out of there. So I start by bringing, I think, and I just bring an Elite into Erebor. He plays many kings to the service of Mordor to bring even more guys. And he brings them in here, South Rune, and also down here in Farharad. I would have put him here. Doesn't make sense to me. I'd put him there. All right. I decide to muster another in Erebor. Now he's moving closer. Now I'm thinking I'm going to use a ring if he goes up here at any point so that I can do an army move, and I would move these guys here. I would move these guys up into Erebor. I asked to see it again. And let's see what it does. He moves the Nazgul around. So at least I'm wasting his time. So that's the benefit about what I'm doing. Flip the Fellowship. He attacks Dale. I decide to do no card here. I could have played Aomer instead. That's an option. He gets 2 hits. 3. And if I had played that, I would have gotten 2 hits instead of 1. But it's fine, because I have enough to go up here. I play Ents now because I'm thinking I want to get Elven Cloaks in the pool, which I do. He attacks Erebor. I just siege it like normal. And now I play Grimbjorn to muster up more northern units. I laugh. I said the War of Dew. He plays Coursers of Umbar here, but I have Imrahil of Dol Amroth in hand. I draw into File of Galadriel, and I draw into the Last Battle. I say Fellowship okay. He draws his cards, and I roll this. So I know I need to use a ring to get into Mordor, and just pray he doesn't have Cruel Weather. Could I have gone military here? No, because look at all the musters he has. You can't do it with no musters. All right. He rolls. I move. I miss. He misses. He plays Half Orcs and Goblin Men and plays it up in Erebor. I play Imrahil of Dol Amroth now. My thought was I want to move the Fellowship first to prevent a Day Without Dawn from happening. I say, I have this beauty all game. He says, nice. I guess I should have attacked DA first move to prevent it. I say, LOL. I thought your move made sense. You would have had no rerolls or leadership. Not that you need them. He says, true, but I only need 3 hits. Let's see what he does next. He says, F it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And he plays Fighting Uruk-hai, which is allowed because he has them. I say no card right now. I say I can't card round 1. He gets 2 hits. I get 2 back with the Desperate Battle. And then he rushes. This round does no card. And he starts rolling. And I remind him, I said, dude, I have to play a card. I was going to play Aomer anyway. And I asked if it's okay with him. He said, oh, you said you couldn't earlier, so I assume that was for the whole battle. I said, it's only for round 1 because of the card. He said, silly me. I make sure he's okay with this because it could look like I'm looking at his roll first. But I'm really not because I was going to play Aomer anyway. I forget how bad my leadership is. This is pretty horrible that I can only reroll once. I only get 2 hits. But it's something. Round 3, there's no card. I decide to play Daylight here. And he rolls too many by accident. And look at my roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and I re-roll a 5. So this is going brutal for me. Because I'm curious, and because it's my video, let me share with you my statistics. I'm currently -3 on 6s, -1 on 5s. He's got an average, but he's been playing cards that modify his rolls by 1, so that's actually pretty good. Back to the game. All right. So he gets 1 more hit. I'm at 5, and he decides to stop, even though he could potentially keep pressing. I decide to give him a ring now. I don't know why. I mean, I could have waited till the end of the turn to do this. Oh, I know why. No, I don't. Because I was thinking he could play Nazgul's Strike, but he doesn't have any dice that could do it because he didn't have any rings until right now. So I decided to move, and he misses, which I didn't want to see. I said, if you have cruel weather, that's game. LOL. He said, that would be good, yes. So see if he does. He plays... he attacks Erebor again, playing Relentless Assault. I have nothing to play on him. Maybe I should have saved my Daylight for when he had a strategy card. That would probably be the better play on my part. And gets 3. And I got 1 back. I said, I can't buy a hit. He pressed and draws. I had no card, and he easily gets 2 hits, and I get 1 back. So horrible rolls for me. It's just horrible. I don't know how else to describe what's going on right now. I can just tell you how I'm feeling. I still have a chance of getting a ring dunk if he doesn't have cruel weather. But right now, I'm feeling miserable. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling very upset during this game. What does he do? He moves his forces. He combines them. And he moves this guy back to Dale just to protect it. He says, feels so low on troops, probably because I am. He says, they did their job, though. I said, I'm not being able to hit his major. And I share with him my results here. I pass, and now he's moving towards... I can tell you he's doing Gondor for his final points. And I play 5 Galadriel. Might have been more efficient if I used the ring on the 5 Galadriel card instead. That way I could have mustered some more in Gondor here. But you never know. All right. But the good news is, what didn't he have? Cruel weather. Thank goodness. So at least I have a fighting shot. I just have to move 5 times and not get hit. All right. Before I show you my roll, let's look at the pool. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to literally draw everything or get hit, like a 1 or a 2 on my first, lose them, and then I can lose the next character to a 1, and then I could ignore the reveals. It's the only way I could win. But then I have this roll, so I think it's GG pretty much at this point, unless I can retake Dale. But let's check my pool of reinforcements for free. I have 2 elites left. So I could muster 2 elites and then try to retake as an option. But then I would use all of my dice for that. I decided, because I see he's going to go down here, to just muster up in Pelargir. He moves towards Pelargir. I decide to move the guys from Osgiliath into Pelargir to help, and I decide to move these guys out. Might be a misplay. I don't know. I mean, I have 5 troops. He has 9 troops. And I have an advantageous position. He has no leadership. He thinks about this for a while. He decides to move Nazgul first, changes his mind, and instead decides to just outright attack. Attacks Pelargir, no card. He gets 1 hit. I get 1. He presses, I stay. I decide to play advantageous position. Even with that, He gets 2 6s, and I got 1 back. Super unlucky. Good play by him to keep pressing. And now I run away because there's no point. I move the Fellowship because I might as well try in the event that Dol Amroth holds here. And then if I need to, I can always retake here, but it's unlikely. Draw 1. So I lose Legolas, and my plan is coming true. And he moves the Nazgul around to just protect everything. So he does. I draw a strategy card. My hope is I'm going to draw into Círdan's ships. I don't. I draw into Faramir, which is unhelpful. He attacks DA using a card. And I decide to play Shield Wall, and he plays a Deadly Strife. Let's see how he rolls. 5 hits. He says, ouch. And I roll 4 back. So isn't it ironic that when I get 6s and 5s, it's not really important, but it is what it is. So he pressed draws here, and I have nothing to play. So he has another Deadly Strife and takes him out, and I get 1 back. So now my only hope is to retake up in Dale. I do no card. I don't know why that's still there. I get no hits, and I move in. And now he attacks Dale from Woodland Realm. I don't know why that's showing. I'll see if that affects the game. So he plays... Let me get rid of this, because I'm worried it's going to impact the game. All right, hopefully I didn't screw it up. He plays another Deadly Strife. So he played Return to Valinor, now he played the Horde from the East, and he got it. That's game. I say GG, and then he says good game, well played, and I said it wasn't well played, it was just really difficult. So this game was really painful. I just played this recently, but there's no way to rewatch this and feel like it was fair. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Please let me know if there's anything I could have done differently in your perspective that would have done anything to change the outcome of this game. I guess what you could say is I could have moved these guys out of Minas Tirith, and then I could have attacked into Pelargir, but then he could just move up and take Minas Tirith. So I don't know what the correct play was. I thought I did everything right, and this is really unlucky. So I want to thank Steve just for being a great sport. He was actually very calm in the chat. There was no ego at all. And I've just been very unlucky against him. And let me show you the stats overall before, so you know if what I'm saying is valid. Because I could be totally out of my mind. And this could be totally fair. I mean, you be the judge on this. I was -1 on Wills of the West. I was -5 on characters. In order to win the game, you have to get at least 15 movement. That's if you don't get revealed, or if you have Strider using a different dice to hide. So this is horrible rolls. I mean, it looks like it could have been military because I was +2. So maybe I could have gone that. But then you look here. And if I'm not rolling 6s, I can't really go military. And he was not negative at all. And was minus on eyes. And look what he's plus on the hybrids and armies. Which is what you want to be if you're going for a shadow win. All right. So the next... so I'm in the next round of the tournament, thankfully. Because I did get a win against Sachi. But I don't know what the seeding will be. I'll keep you guys updated in the tournament or in my community chat and the community posts. Thank you for watching this game. Just so you guys are aware, I'm going to release a video later today just talking about the Fury of Dracula tournament that I'm part of. And it's a little bit different, and I'll keep you updated. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Steve, for the game. And see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.